Hello friends, I welcome you all again here. As in the previous class we studied about the kinematics and there also we studied about the equations of motion. And I already told you that there are the variables which defines the motion of a body, and these are acceleration, velocity. These are the variables which defines the motion of a body. So I will be taking certain examples now in order to let you understood these all concepts one by one. Beginning with the smaller questions, I will be taking the tougher one. So first one is, a body starts its journey from point A and reaches at point B. This chooses this circular path. Say radius of this circular path is 1 meter and the time taken by the body in this journey is 1 second, right? And we are asked to find its speed and velocity. Actually, my purpose to take this example is to let you understand difference between speed and velocity, right? So let us calculate speed first. Speed is what? Distance traveled upon time taken by the body, right? Now what is the distance between the point A and B? Is it this one or this one? Since I have just joined these points, but the path which has been followed by the particle is this one. So this will be the distance, right? And what is this distance? Since circumference of a circle is simply 2 pi r, so in our case this will be half of this, which is pi r, right? This is pi r over time, where pi is 3.14 multiply r is 1 meter and time is 1 second, so it turns out to be 3.14 meter per second, right? This is our velocity. Second, this one is speed, then velocity. This is displacement upon time taken by the body in this whole journey, right? Now again, you need to understand the difference between the distance and displacement, right? This shall not be the displacement because displacement is the minimum distance. So which one is minimum? Is this one or this one? Obviously this one. And this is equal to r plus r, which is 2r over time, right? What's the value of r here? This is 1 meter and time is 1 second. This turns out to be 2 meter per second. So what you have observed in these two parts of this particular example is speed and velocity are two different quantities. Speed turns out to be 3.14 meter per second, while velocity turns out to be 2 meter per second. You can see the difference in the magnitude as well as in the direction, because speed does not involve any direction. Simply here you will be using the distance which the particle is covering up, and here you will be using the displacement. That means you are taking up the direction into consideration. ओके, आई होप आप लोगों को लास्ट वाला क्वेश्चन क्लियर हो गया होगा। अब ये नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, आप एक बार इसको ट्राई कर सकते हैं, करके देखो, अदरवाइज अगर नहीं होता तो मैं ही करता हूँ। आई होप आप लोगों ने सॉर्ट आउट कर लिया होगा इस क्वेश्चन को। अब जिन लोगों से नहीं हुआ, अब मैं करता हूँ इसको, राइट? डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ अ पार्टिकल इज दिस वन. So we are given the displacement, that is y equal to 2t plus t square minus 2t cube. At acceleration a equal to 0, velocity is, means we have to find the velocity of this particular body keeping at the point when acceleration of this body is 0, right? What is velocity? It is simply derivative of the displacement, that is dy over dt. So you can differentiate the above equation, that is 2 प्लस टी स्क्वायर का डिफरेंशिएशन 2t माइनस 2 3 6 t square. This is the velocity of body. But we are given the constraint that we have to find the velocity at acceleration 0. Now what is acceleration? A is equal to dv over dt. What is v? That is dy over dt. So this will be d square y over dt square. That means I have to differentiate this equation once more. So 2 is a constant, so this will be 0 plus 2t का differentiation 2 minus 6 2 is 12 t. Now we are given the constraint that is a equal to 0. So 2 minus 12t. 2 minus 12t equal to 0. T turns out to be what? 1 by 6, right? I shall simply put the value of v here. This is 2 plus 2 by 6 minus 6 into 1 by 36, right? 6 6 is 36. When you will take, this is 6 6 2 is 12 plus 2 minus 1, 14 minus 1, 13 by 6 meter per second. So which option is correct? This is C. I hope आप लोगों को ये समझ में आ गया होगा. If still you have doubt, you may write it in comment. Okay, let's start the next question. An object moving with a speed of 6.25 meter per second is deaccelerated at a given rate. dv over dt is equal to minus 2.5 square root of v. When it says moving with this speed, means this is the speed at t equal to 0. v is 6.25 meter per second. And second information which is given, that it is getting deaccelerated, means its velocity is continuously decreasing, and this is dv over dt is equal to minus 2.5 square root of v, right? And we are asked to find what time taken by the object to come to rest would be. Means we have to calculate the time when the final velocity of the body becomes 0. Okay, let's solve this. We are given this information, this equation. That we shall make some transformations like dv over square root of v is equal to minus 2.5 dt. I can write it like v raised to the power minus half dv is equal to minus 2.5 dt. I shall integrate this equation on both sides, right? Let's integrate. When I will be integrating this, there will be a constant of integration, and it gives us what? V raised to the minus half into dv gives us 2v raised to the power half is equal to minus 2.5 t plus c. Right? So this be the equation number 1. Now we will be putting the values of the condition, and will be finding this constant c. And we are given the condition at t equal to 0, velocity is this one, right? Let's put this value at t equal to 0. Putting t equal to 0, this term becomes 0. So c is equal to what? 2 into square root of 6.25. And what is this? This is simply 2.5. That is 2 multiplied by 2.5 c. So c turns out to be 5. ओके, आप लोग इसे नोट कर लीजिए. मैं इसको साफ करके नेक्स्ट करूंगा. आप लोगों ने यहाँ तक नोट कर लिया होगा. अब लेट्स पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ c इन द इक्वेशन नंबर 1. दैट इज 2v raised to the power half is equal to minus 2.5 t plus 5. Say this be the equation number 1. Now we need to find the time after which the object will come to rest, that is its velocity will be 0. So putting the v equal to 0, this will be 0, this will be minus 2.5 t plus 5. So this turns out to be 5 equal to 2.5 t. T turns out to be simply 2 seconds. So which option is correct? That is 2 seconds. आई होप ये आप लोगों को क्लियर होगा. इफ स्टिल यू हैव डाउट यू मे पुट इट इन कमेंट. ओके, आई होप आप लोगों को लास्ट क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया होगा. नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट विद नेक्स्ट वन. दिस इज अ पार्टिकल इज ट्रैवलिंग अलोंग अ स्ट्रेट लाइन with the acceleration is given this one, right? And we are given one more information, that is velocity and position coordinate at t equal to 0 are v naught 0, and after the time t naught these changes to 0 x naught. That means at time t equal to t naught velocity is 0 and its position is x naught, right? Now we have to find the value of m, which is a constant in this expression. Right. Okay, we have acceleration is equal to mx minus v naught square over x naught. Okay, this is acceleration, right? And acceleration is what? dv over dt. That is nothing but the rate of change of velocity with time. Now I have to make some transformation in this in order to use in this equation, because I don't have time in this expression, so I have nothing to do with time. So shall I write this expression, like dv over dx into dx over dt, right? And what does this expression means? Dx over dt is what? It is simply velocity, right? Velocity into dv over dt, right? So acceleration is equal to dv over dt. So now this expression will be equivalent to this one. Let's put this. That is mx minus v naught square over x naught. Okay. Now what can okay, what I can do is, now this one is v dv. v dv. Let's take d2 in that side. That is mx minus v naught square over x naught into dt. Okay, I have to integrate these both the sides, right? But I have limits of v and, sorry, this is x. I made a mistake. This is x because dx over dt is v. So this is x. Now I have to put the limits for variable x and v, which are already given at t equal to 0. These are the actually velocity varies from v naught to 0. So initial value of velocity is v naught, then finally 0. And position varies from 0 to x naught. That is 0 to x naught, right? Now I won't be putting a constant c just because I am having this definite integral, right? Okay, okay. आप लोग यहाँ तक का एक बार नोट कर लो. Thereafter I will rough this over. Okay, integrating this expression gives us v square by 2 with the limits v naught to 0 equal to, this one is mx square by 2, mx square by 2 minus v naught square x by x naught with the limits 0 to x naught. 0 to x naught, right? So this turns out to be minus v naught square by 2, and this turned out to be mx naught square by 2 v naught square, right? Because I will be putting this x naught, this would get cancelled out, and the rest of the second part will be 0, right? I can take this v naught to the left, and it turns out to be v naught square by 2 is equal to mx naught square by 2. 2 is cancelled by 2, so m turns out to be v naught square over x naught square. This is what we have to find in this numeric. Okay, I hope आप लोगों को clear हो गया होगा. Thank you. Okay, now we have the new question, that is, which of these particles, what are the particles? Particle A and particle B have the maximum magnitude of velocity at x equal to x naught. So this one be the point x naught. So which of these particle is having the maximum velocity? This is what we have to calculate, right? Okay. And we are given one more information, that at t equal to 0, velocity of both of these particles is v naught, beta constant, right? Okay, from the basic mathematics, we know since both of these paths followed by these two particles are straight line, so the variable on the y-axis, which is acceleration, is directly proportional to the variable on the x-axis, which is position, but with negative sign because we are in the negative y-axis, right? And I shall remove this proportionality sign with the constant, say a equal to minus k1x, right? Where k1 is the constant of motion. You will write it. K1 is the constant of motion. Okay. Now, as I already used in the previous example, that A is equal to what? V dV over dx. So I shall put this equal to this one. And if I am saying K1, that means I am talking about the particle A. Say I can also represent this by K. K for particle A, right? Okay, I shall make some transformation here, like V dV is equal to minus Ka x dx. Okay, now we have to choose the limit for velocity and position. Our velocity for the particle A varies from at t equal to 0 v equal to v naught, and at any point of time say it be v, while the position varies from at t equal to 0 it's x equal to 0. So initially it is 0, and we have to find the variable at x equal to x naught. So x varies from 0 to x naught, right? Okay. After integration, this turns out to be what? V square minus v naught square by 2 is equal to what? Minus k into x naught square by 2. Simply this is cancelled by this, and this turns out to be what? V square equal to v naught square minus ka x naught square. Okay, this is the equation of motion for the particle A. Since we are having the same constraint and same path and same sort of path, that is straight line, for the particle B as well, so you may infer that same equation will turn out to be for the particle B. That is, say this be the velocity of particle A, then for particle B, Vb square v naught square minus kb x naught square. Now I need to determine that which of these two particles will be having the maximum velocity at point x equal to x naught. How this equation help me out? See, k, which is the constant of motion, which came in this equation, say k is in general equal to a upon x, right? Now if I see for particle B at x equal to x naught, then you will see the value, since now we have this equation of motion of the two particles, right? Now if you will see at x equal to x naught, since value of x is same for both of these particles, but for particle B, value of A is this one, say AB, and for particle A this is A. So AB is greater than A means value of KB will be greater than K, but this value is negative, right? If I put this value KB over here, this will change these to positive. Now higher the value of KB, higher will be the value of velocity. Since KB is greater than K, so VB is simply greater than VA. So this is the answer, that is at x equal to x naught, velocity of body B will be greater than the velocity of A. Thank you. ओके, आई होप आप लोगों का क्लियर होगा. मैंने एक्चुअली न्यूमेरिकल्स के थ्रू थ्योरी को क्लियर करने की कोशिश की है. काइनेमेटिक्स को इंट्रोड्यूस कराने के बाद आपको ये न्यूमेरिकल लिया मैंने. अभी इस वीडियो में ये यहीं तक है. बाकी इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो आई विल कम विद सम मोर न्यूमेरिकल्स इन ऑर्डर टू एक्सप्लेन द थ्योरी पोर्शन अ बिट मोर. ओके, थैंक यू.